Hello, my dear Taurus. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between April 1 and April 15, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So I use the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Zero Marchetti, and I will start shuffling your cards. I call the Divine with love and light. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Taurus. I want my dear Taurus to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. I also want to take the chance to tell you that April 1, Mercury will be seen. This is the best time to view Mercury since it will be on its highest point over the horizon. Look for the planet low in the western sky just after sunset. April 7, the giant planet Jupiter will be at opposition and will be fully illuminated by the sun. April 11, we will have the full moon. Okay, so I will just tune in for a few seconds. So, my dear Taurus, this is your future. And this is your now, and this is the past. The now is probably the first half of April 2017, but whenever you watch this is probably exact right time to see it. So, the first card for you is 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is a lovely card about stability and self-love. You can see that this is a point of projections where this situation is projected on a otherwise rather gloomy environment. So this is your creation. You have created this platform in your life, this stability. It's coming from you. It's a way of seeing the world that you are the creator, you are the front runner here, you are the pioneer, you are the one that goes first. So it's nothing that's given to you. It's nothing that comes to you by coincidence. Everything is created by you or co-created together with you and the divine. The 4 of Wands is a lovely card because it's stable with 4 corners, but yet very free, because it's Wands energy, it's fire energy, it's your soul's energy, life energy. So the 4 of Wands often represent family, house, marriage, stable relationships, situation that's not so easily rocked. And sometimes those situations are rocked, but with your inner self-love and your ability to create things, even if you lose everything, you can create it anew, just like this, because it's a projection. We live in a material world, but it's really just light. Everything here is just light. If we were even this table is just light. So you have to see this card in this view, like from a quantum physics kind of view. Very luscious card, very beautiful. This is what comes when you align with and love yourself. The next card is the Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands is Sagittarius energy. It's probably within you, but you can also have this mirrored on the outside, like a person. A person on the outside can be a fire sign, like Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, but it can be any person, and it's also mirroring something within you. The Knight of Wands is about passion. It's about going for what you want. It's like going for the Holy Grail, going for this quest to fulfill your desires and needs and have create a happy life for yourself. So those 2 cards are correlating. It might indicate that you are together in a stable relationship with a fiery person like this, very happy and full of energy. They are very creative. It's 2 dragons here underneath, showing that the dragon that you will feed is the dragon that will prevail and will create your life. So it's very important where you put your mind and where you put your thoughts and feelings as well. In the time that we have been, it has not been easy to stay in a high vibration because we have been sorting out a lot of junk from the past. But eventually this energy will start to stabilize, and we don't have to be so much in the darkness anymore. We can start to come up for air, but it's not yet time, but it's starting to become this time. So I want you to practice on feeling happy emotions and feeling dreaming, daydreaming, and I want you to practice on meditation so you will relax your body and you can find this stability. So practice a little bit. It's not really time yet to be in this high vibration all the time, because we need to go down and pick up things that's not going to stay there forever. So this is a big time of cleansing and a big time of ending our own old world views. But here it seems like something new is coming in, something rather fiery and passionate, and it might even be happy. It can be angry as well. Here you have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is pure fire, so it's a fire child. It's very close to the Ace of Wands. It's the same energy. This is just the one that holds this energy. The person that came down here on earth as a little child once, with all its programming perfectly done, so you could live this life you were supposed to live, so you can be this creator, because as I said, everything comes from you. The Page of Wands, I also have the dragon symbol here to remind it that whatever dragon it will feed will be the one that prevails. Your life becomes, your house becomes the thoughts you think. It's this way. What we think will create our lives. The Page of Wands is a rebellious child, not here to obey, but here to lead. It's this pioneer energy. So sometimes when parents get this fiery child, even if it's a Taurus, a person that's very much wants to decide over themselves and already know everything, kind of, what they want and what they are going to do and what they don't want, especially can irritate parents. So they can start to try to foster this child or raise this child in a way to become more like them, more like a copy of them. But the children of earth are not supposed to be copies of us. They are their own, and they come with news. They are fresh out from the divine, so they come with new upgrades, and they are like the 2.0 of us. So we are not supposed to taint them so much. We need to lead them and guide them. No one likes curled children that's spoiled, but we shouldn't try to change their core essence. We shouldn't try to make them into something that they are not. If you have a very uproarious child, it's probably going to be that way all its life, because it's going to have a lot of leadership skills. So you need to help this child use its leadership skills in a loving way, more than try to take it from them. So we'll see what's going on here. It's very fiery, so can resemblance someone that's making a little bit revolution, going their own way, doing something like this. And here we have a little page of coins, so that's probably you. So the Knight of Wands might be someone that's mirrored on the outside, but it's this thing where we are taking in more and more of ourselves, our own aspects. We are not going to be just, pure Taurus anymore. A Taurus person is going to be all its aspect that it has in its birth chart. So you're going, if you have Aquarius or Sagittarius or Virgo, you're going to be those signs as well, because we are. It's like when we experience new things, we learn new things, and we become so much more than we were before. And this is what's happening now. We are integrating more of ourselves, so we are becoming. It's being more hard to soon to recognize you as a pure star sign, because you are going to be so many aspects, because you have taken this up from the deep roots of yourself. So this is probably two people in a relationship in some way, a romantic relationship, friendship relationship, or in a family, at work. So the fire child represents something within you that mirrors within you, that you are this revolutionary person, that you don't want to settle for something less than what you were here to obtain. And this Page of Wands probably needs to find a little bit more humility inside themselves, finding out that they are not just here just only for them. They are here for this mission, and it's not making them like more extraordinary than anyone else. We are all divine creatures here on earth, and we are like a part of each other, mirroring each other. We are very connected, as we can see here with those two children. And the next card here is Queen of Cups. So now we have a whole family. Queen of Cups is Cancer. Cancer and Sagittarius is usually what we see in the Chariot. We have the Sagittarius energy, the dark horse, and the Cancer energy, the white horse. The white horse is what is already known. I like my house. I like my family. I want to be safe among my peers. And the Knight of Wands wants adventure, wants to go out, roam the world, do unexpected things. So I think we have a Chariot situation here where you need to see something outside yourself that might be dormant inside of you, to become more complete, to be able to go towards this direction that your compass is pointing right now, reach your goals. The Chariot is about taking two opposite energies together to make this Chariot, the energy of the Chariot, running. And that's what I told you about those two, to experience your different dualities and start becoming more of yourself, not so purely earth and not so purely fire, but here's earth, fire, and water. Queen of Cups is not only this homey figure that's wanting to stay in his shell, it's also very emotional, and that's sometimes why they don't want to roam the world. For once, they have telepathic ability, so they can feel other people's feelings. So being out among a big crowd, for example, might be exhausting for this person, while this person just gains a lot of energy from this. So they are a bit different in that way. And the Queen of Cups is like almost all-knowing in some aspects. So when the Knight of Wands wants to go and explore something, the Queen of Cups can be there in her imagination, and she knows the place already. So she feels like, well, why go? I can stay here, and I will know this place anyway. So it's a bit different here. And it's children, so it might be a family situation here, but it's more from many of you, it will be about your inner children, like who you were when you came and how you have been manifested in an older age. One will be more fiery and wants to do something, wants to reach to some point, and the Queen of Cups is more, she just enjoys being here, being with people, connecting with those close relationships, getting even more contact, diving deeper into conversations, finding out more about what the feelings means and why do I feel like this in this situation. And she's also very caring and taking care of people. And I say she and he, but it can be the opposite. It's just energies. So that was in the past. For some of you watching in March, that might be happening right now, that there's building up to some sort of a little bit tension, but in the same time very fruitful situation. It's a stable situation that's probably going to you need to explore it further and follow this road to see where it goes, because you're probably going to integrate new parts of yourself. The next card here underneath the Four of Wands is the Devil, and we can see on the background here that it's much like what we are fantasizing the hell to be like. Hell is actually an old place where the goddess Hel ruled, when people died, they come to Hell's kingdom, her vista, to regain new strength. And we, as the people, imagine this to be inside of caves, because everything was born from the females, and we were putting them back when they died to the female Hel. We have many names in the Nordic countries and also in Europe with Hel, like Helvetica, that's Switzerland. We have Hellenistic culture, that's Greece. We have a lot of names in like Helsinki, it's the main capital of Finland. So we have a lot of traces from this old Hell, the place where we went when we died, to regain our strength to live again. But then come other religions. We had and Hell become a place where only old people and children came, and the grown-ups that was died in battle, they came to Valhalla. And with Christian religion, Hell become a place of fire and evil things. But if we connect to this old place where it's a cave, where you go to rest and probably to find memories and part of yourself, if you can go down, if you can figure out this kind of shamanistic religious way of thinking, this shamanistic beliefs that we can travel and we have our ancestors, and you will get to know a little bit more what the devil is. The devil is a shadowy place. It's a lot of things that we have suppressed because due to social development with our religion and our culture, we have decided that the body is something that's not good, and also the female have gotten a lower authority in society than she had in this time, when people saw that everything came from the females, eggs and animals and trees, and everything comes from the seed. And they were put back there to the soul, to the cave when we were dying, and we so it was this also this cyclic way of thinking that when a child came, they took this child and say, well, it resembles granddad, so it must be him that have come back to us. Okay, welcome, granddad. So it was more like this cyclic way of seeing things, like nothing really ever went away. Truly, it was there, but not yet there. It was this shamanistic belief of many worlds also. So the devil is a shadowy world where it seems like you need to put more of your light or more of your attention. You need to find more pieces of yourself to build on this puzzle of self-love that's you. You need to find more of yourself that will make you a more whole person. Because healing also come from heal, from this where we went down to heal ourselves. And it's in Swedish we have also saints. The name for saints is helgon, so it's also connecting to this. So this is about healing and finding your parts of you that you're missing. And here's a 10 of Cups, so that's again pointing to two different energies that's emerged together to make this wholeness. The 10 of Cups is a beautiful picture of yin and yang, a family that's together in love and appreciation, and they kind of love each other even with their shadows. They love each other even when they are being so different from one another. They can take care of each other even though they don't have the same opinion. So we see here the dog and the cat. The dog is the masculine energy. If you are big, you need to be nice also. The dog is the caretaker, the watcher, the one that looks over the family and worries about them too and wants to keep them safe. The cat is a little bit different. We have a funny poster that says that the cat was worshipped as gods in Egypt, and the cat has never forgotten it. And if you look at a cat, you see this dignity that they have. They are very focused in, they are in Zen almost all the time. They can sit for hours on one place. And it's about the feminine, the divine feminine. If you think of the high priestess, for example, it's like she has everything containing inside of her, very many worlds as well, very connected with many worlds, and can see through this manifested life and through other lives, and see through the dimensions, see people's auras and things like this. When a male person wants to connect to their divine, they need to go through their emotions and their intuition, their feminine side, their creative, very random brain. There's also a very funny movie where a cat seems to be very out of control. They don't really know their own emotions. They are like it's things happening randomly into cats. We can see this with the Queen of Cups as well. She's immersed in her feelings, in her intuition, and she doesn't always know where all the things are coming from. So we can see cats freaking out sometimes over nothing, and this is a little bit what we say about females as well, that they can be over emotional, but it's because they have this contact. So when there comes an impulse from another world, okay, yes, they freak out. So it's totally natural. We see here it's very fiery energy here. It's the fire, the stove here. So it's getting less energy about aggression. Sometimes this can be a lot of aggression, like my way or the highway, and I will have my will too, and I will make revolution. With the devil, it's revolution all the way. But with the Ten of Cups, it's more like I find my strong side, so I can be strong for you. So that means that the feminine needs to find its strength in its emotions and intuitions and its awareness and consciousness, but while the male needs to find its strength in its caretaking and being that blissful state of knowing that you, this niceness, this beautiful niceness, this beautiful caretaking energy that we have with the masculine energy. It has been taken away from them during the past 6,000 years when authority has want us to go to war. But this is not natural for the masculine. It's not natural at all. It's just where we use their willingness to be a good trooper, to be a part of society, to do something good for and taking care of and protecting. So we use that in a distorted way, and that actually hurts the masculine in a deep way. That will be, we will have a long time period where we will need to heal from this, what has been. But here underneath the Page of Wands, we have the Three of Coins. So this is actually continue working on something that you're already so skilled at, and continue solving problems within the relationship. So it seems like a very beautiful willingness from this fire energy to connect and to solve issues within this relationship, even in whatever kind of relationship it is. And it's being very skilled, very thorough, seeing to that things are done with precision and care. So it might be that in a relationship here, you will talk things through and find out ways to pull through to the other side and take care of each and everyone's good sides and also the bad sides, and using them in a beautiful way. So we say bad about things like aggression, but aggression is much needed when we are supposed to change our world, for example. We can use aggression in a non-violent way, just feeling this strength and this self-respect that this is what we are going to have now. We are going to change this. So it's needed as well, but we just need to know when to use it and not just put it in the shadows. So it seems like it's two energies here working together, even though they are very unlike each other. They are working together to find out something, to fix something. And here we also have the King of Swords coming underneath the Page of Coins. So it might be a new energy coming in, like it's Aquarius, but it can be Gemini, Libra, or any kind of person. It might be where you have some of your other planets located. You can check your birth chart if you go into an astro page The King of Swords is a person that can see things from above. It's this masculine energy, this father figure, taking care of people in their surrounding. It's very strict. Sometimes he's very see things in. He can see things only in his way because he thinks that his way is the right way because he's so high up. He sees things from such a high angle, so he can be a bit numb like this. But it's this father figure that's kind of ground you when you have done something wrong, or see to that you are being together with the right kind of friends and not being out too late on nights. And so sometimes it can be a bit boring, and he's kind of the opposite of the devil here. The devil is, okay, so I will party all night, and I will I will festive with life, and I will bring joy to this. I will not think about tomorrow, while the King of Swords is only thinking about tomorrow, wants to always know the consequences before they act. So they can be a bit stale and a bit boring, but they're very connected with, they have a very beautiful connection. So and also very tall, so they can see things, what's coming against us. So sometimes those two energies can really go into clinch. The teenager that wants to have life in their lives, the Sagittarius energy, and the King of Swords that wants to have everything in order and, drive carefully, use seatbelt, don't drink, don't be out too late, don't go to parks. So a lot of things like this. So it's a very different energy, but yet it seems very harmonious. So I think in this relationship there's a stability of deep love for one another. So it's this care that you have for one another, and you want things to be good. So it's very beautiful, because when we care for one another and love each other for the people we are, we can respect also both ourselves and the other person, and make this beautiful communication where we try to take everyone's needs into reconsideration. So it will be very balanced. Underneath the Queen of Cups, we have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is when you need to sometimes put yourself in opposition to something else and say, no, I don't want to, because the pressure is rather high here, and you need to decide if you are going to fall for this pressure or if you are not going to fall for this pressure. So it's a little bit a situation where it's a choice that has to be made. It's a 7, so it's a situation that's probably rather unwelcomed, but it comes like a spiritual quest for you, a spiritual test to see what you have learned since last time, kind of. 7 of Wands also, it often wants you to start to sort with things that you do like and the things you don't like. It's about getting to know yourself better. So it comes a lot of impulses here. They might come from you, your own feelings. We know the Queen of Cups has a lot of feelings, so she can have like a wide range of things coming to her, and that's why she don't like so much being out in big crowds, because she can get nauseated and things like this, too much energy. So that's when the queen, that might be the sensitive person in this gang, the really sensitive person, needs to start to sort and say, okay, so I can go on this party together with you, but this couple's dinner on Sunday, I need to skip it, because if I do both those things, I will become ill. So I won't be able to do this. So getting to know your limits, using your beautiful, beautiful skills of being empathic and knowing instantly when your child and your partner or your coworker or a friend is feeling something, and immediately being there and asking like, okay, I see there's something going on. Will you please tell me? I will be here for you and support you. So it's her win. But her negative side might be that she's easily overwhelmed. And this is Seven of Wands is a way to dealing with becoming overwhelmed, that you need to start sorting what can you put up with and not. And it's not only put up with, it's what's going to make you happy, what's going to fill the Queen of Cups with beautiful energy. Being maybe on on a special place where you meditate wouldn't be so hard for her as going to a carnival or something. So it's different where what kind of energy that will be there. So it's starting to sort what you actually want in your life, and maybe in this family situation or this group situation, because it seems to be many people surrounding you here. So you need to start sorting a little bit what's going to be a part of your life in the future and not. And this is in the now. So what I see here is a situation where you try to get together in love to solve one issue, and also take in reconsideration people's limits that they have. Like, they can compromise themselves to a certain limit, but then it's not going to go any further, because that will be compromising your true self, and that's where you need to say no. But in other case, that's a place open for discussion, open for coming forward with new ideas, how to fix things. But just keep in mind that not pressure just one person into doing something that's impossible for them in this time. It might be possible in a future, but because we are always evolving, but maybe put up this too much pressure to later. And this is the future. And here we have a Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is usually Aries, but it can be any fire sign. It can be Sagittarius or Leo, or any person. We have a lot of fire here in your reading. So it might be talking about your soul's energy, where you want to put it. It might come down a lot of fire in your life right now. It seems like it's not really bringing you down. Sometimes when a lot of new energy is coming, bombarding you, you might feel very exhausted, but here you seem to be strong and well. The Queen of Wands is a person that has this contact, this shamanistic contact with nature and animals and things like this. She has been burned on stake many, many, many times during her incarnation, so she might feel like a little bit afraid sometimes to talk her truth, but she's very fiery, and she is very passionate and emotional. So in this time when we have a little more freedom to think and do as we like, she is starting to express herself very beautifully, and starting to connect with the healing essence of nature and ancestors and old ways, and she has a lot of experience. She has lived so many lifetimes, so she's a very good advisor. And she is the opposite of the Queen of Cups, but they are very similar in many ways, because both of them are very compassionate towards other people. The Queen of Wands is more, she's not as, Queen of Cups can be more unconditional in her love, but Queen of Wands, she loves herself equally much, so she wouldn't ever give away her energy to someone that doesn't deserve it. If they do something against her, she might even take revenge on them, because she wants balance in her life. She don't want to be her energy to be wasted. So she's not someone that you can put away nicely in a corner somewhere. She's very expressive, and it comes a lot of things here with bringing up your old self, finding this foundation to self-love, deciding that you are worth as much as anyone else. And it seems like it's the same lesson here for the Queen of Cups. So this might all be happening within you, and in the same time on the outside of you. Okay, and here we have the World, and it comes underneath the Sagittarius 10 of Cups situation. So the World is like you have been everything and done everything. So now there's going to be a final test to see how far you have come on this journey. But it's also very supportive, especially for love relationship. It kind of tells you that the person that you're with now, that you can share this beautiful communication with, even though you're so unlike each other, you still have this love for each other. So you want to try to be better, try to communicate in a better way, to understand each other better. That's kind of talking that this relationship is a relationship that's very old, and it's going to stretch far also into the future. So this person will probably be the one that's there for you when you go to the other side. They will greet you on the other side. So even though you sometimes will have a fallout, or you will maybe not even see each other for the rest of your life, you will still have this connection, this eternal connection. So it's a very beautiful thing. It seems like you have, it's leaning towards a soulmate connection here, like a situation that has been for a long time. So you might know each other like inside out, and even if the first time you met, it might have been like this, you had so much to talk about, and it was like two friends that have been separated for a while. Very beautiful. The next card is Two of Cups. So this is definitely this situation where you are working together with someone with great love and appreciation. You really want what's best for the other person, and they want what's best for you. Sometimes you need to take difficult decisions in this position, but you take all those decisions out of love. This is a number 2, so 2 is about choices. It's about choosing the other one, maybe, even though you're so maybe you have different ways of seeing things or different goals for the future, but you choose one another anyway. And it's having those beautiful conversations where you really show each other that you are deeply connected. The Page of Wands is sometimes messages as well, messages coming through, and it's a lot about communication here. It might come through messages to you that are very important and loving. Next card here underneath the Page of Coins and the King of Swords is Ace of Cups. So again, it's going deep in the roots here, this love. It's going deep. The Ace of Cups is for the love that comes from your soul. It just comes up like this tenderness from your soul. You can't really help it, and you can't turn it off. It's not going to turn off because it's a part of you. The Ace of Cups is your emotional body, which has a beautiful contact with the divine. It's making up the part of your Merkaba, your magnetic field, that's both a communication system and a protection for you. So you have your soul here and your emotional body, and there's this Merkaba. So what I see here is a little child and its father and a beautiful love. So it might indicate that you are kind of deciding to protect yourself in this masculine way, that you decide that you are good, you are lovable, and whatever you love is you're just accepting this, because sometimes people can feel like they love the wrong person and they will feel trapped in this situation. But here with the King of Swords energy here in the middle, it's you're becoming very adult. You're becoming rather cool, being the caretaker of yourself. Sometimes people can be very afraid of the King of Swords energy because it's like a judge. It might tell you that, no, you need to break up with this person because they are not good for you. So say bye-bye, and now we leave. We go outside the door. And you will feel very more afraid of this this voice inside of you sometimes than the actual situation. But now it's like you have aligned with this duality, both this caretaking for yourself and the love that you feel. Now it's not a split anymore. You take care of yourself and you love the other. It's no contradiction. And there's a much more beautiful communication in this, that you can be able to always give feedback to the other person about what you need and what you want and what you can put up with and what you can't put up with. So it's a very beautiful self-love that will pour out on the world as just this beautiful unconditional love. Unconditional doesn't mean that you stop loving yourself and don't care for yourself. It means that you love yourself equally much as others, and you love them even though they are not doing the things that you want, but you accept that you can't control them, and that the only thing you can control is your own way of being. So you take care of yourself, and you step back from the situation that you can't control, and you send all your love, and you just decide to see the outcome and make a judgment call from that. So it's letting go of control also. The next card is Justice, and it comes underneath Queen of Cups. So this is the lesson that the Queen of Cups needs to learn, to not give away her energy without this balance. There's need to be balance. We can see this if we pouring water in a container, the air needs to go away. So it's always wants to be balanced. You couldn't put air left there and have this closed container. It will be like blowing up. So sometimes the Queen of Cups energy can be too much outpouring, outgiving. She's like a source, water just pouring out, pouring out, pouring out. And she needs to see that if this water is going to contain running, this source is still going to be there, it needs to be refilled. So if you are like having a lot of responsibility, maybe for your family, being the one that cares for people's feelings, you need to have someone to care for you as well. So this is something you need to figure out how this is going to be obtained, because a mother that always care for her children also need someone, maybe a male person or not a female person, taking care of them, holding their energy, refilling them with energy. So there's always need to be this beautiful balance. And Justice card is a very strict card. So it's like, learn this now. It's very crucial, and you won't be able to pass through here before you have learned this. And it's this line going from this pure fire to the King of Swords and the Justice. So I think this is much about aligning with who you are, with your flaws and your attitudes and your personality, and just decide, okay, I'm perfect already. Just decide this, and that you will take care of this perfect child, that you will decide that you are going to stick with yourself no matter what, not in a stubborn way, just deciding that, okay, so I will align with this, what I am, and this is becoming justice in your life. And you also have the Ace of Cups, so pure water and pure fire here. It's very emotional, very dramatic, very passionate. So I feel a lot of compassion in this reading. I think whatever situation you are in, you will be able to solve it in the best way, in the most balanced way, and take care of everyone involved, and taking their individual needs into deep consideration. So you won't run over anyone that's not being able to talk for themselves. It seems very beautiful. So you have done a great, it looks like a great plan for the future, how you will work things out in the most harmonious way. So I will take some cards from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms to see here what's going on with you. We have the Arrow Master, that's hitting the mark, intention, detachment. So you have a goal here, but you understand that this goal can't be obtained today. So you have a long-term plan, because everyone needs to be able to come to this goal together, and each and every one will take different amount of time to get there, but you acknowledge that you want to get there as a family or as a union or as a group, and so you just shoot this arrow, and then you just have patience, wait for it, okay? So you shoot the arrow and you let it hit the mark, and eventually this whole situation would hit that mark, but it might take some time, because you need to take everyone's feelings into reconsideration, everyone's limits, their personalities, their way of being, what's making them happy. So no one will be abandoned here or put on the outside. Everyone is going to go with this energy, but it will take different amount of time for you to reach the goal. And you have the Sun Dancers, so that's why you are going to do in this meantime. You're going to dance on the ruins of what has been, and joyful activities, celebration of life, abundance will create more abundance in your life. This is a beautiful way that you create your life. You first have a goal, and you put the seed to the ground, and then you enjoy life and see what will come back to you. You don't stay in the anticipation like this. Oh, when will this person change? When will they ever change? And make this what I hope they will do, obtain this goal. You will just, okay, so this is our goal, and we will reach there. Sometimes you have to maybe have a timeline, like, okay, in 6 months we'll talk again and we'll see where we are now. But here is like, enjoy life during this time. Don't wait for this to happen. You know it will come. Have a little bit trust, have a little bit faith, dream new things, put new seeds to the ground, be abundance, be this like seeds going everywhere. So you don't have to, you know, stay detached into this situation which you want to obtain. Past life oracle cards also, to see a little bit more what's going on here. We have love, so that we already saw, this beautiful love taking in reconsideration. And we have also the cross, the sun on the cross. So the sun on the cross is a very powerful symbol. For me, it's talking about the great year, that we are in a binary system with another star. I believe it to be Sirius, and that we are going like in a very slow pace here through the Iron Age, and then we go really fast, going around Sirius and then back again. And all this journey take like about 25,000 years, and we during this time we are going through all the different astrological signs. So it was what we saw here. So I think that the persons that you are with currently, you have been with them through this great year and maybe beyond. So you can find maybe some relief in that, that knowing that you are going to be together and you are together. When we are in the Iron Age, we lose consciousness, we lose our memory, we lose sometimes also our Merkaba, our magnetic field. And we are very unconscious here, but we are starting to get out of this situation, and we are coming here. Eventually we'll come into the age of Aquarius. That's the first step outside this Iron Age, Kali Yuga. So and things are going to be so much lighter here. It will take a long time to get here, but not as long as it would if we didn't speed up the time here. It's going much faster in the end, and then we are circling around Sirius. That's actually 2 stars. It's already a binary system. It's blinking very vivid on the night sky. It's beautiful, Sirius. And it's also connected with a lot of the Egyptians' religions. You can check deeper into that. So when we come here, we will experience more consciousness. We will probably be able to levitate. Magic will be like magic, and things will be much more easier for us here. But now we are going through these dark ages, but it seems like you go through this with love and with your companion. So even if you forget where you have been together, and you forget everything of your past lives together and everything that you have promised each other during the ages, you're still going to be there when you start remembering still the same persons. So you can find some relief in that. So okay, my dear Taurus, you're so like astronauts traveling through universe with this knowledge, carrying this old knowledge of the horned. Okay, remembering the feminine age is when the body was something else than was our temple, kind of. Okay, so thank you so much for watching all this far and having such great patience. And I'm also very grateful for all of you subscribing, liking, and commenting to my videos. I'm very, very grateful. Feel so much love from you. So I want you to take really good care, and I hope to see you again in the middle of April. Okay, bye-bye.